they always just want to fight me. Like I've never been in a street fight in my life, and always just random people want to fight me. I don't get it. I've never been in a street fight, so I would probably ask for like a warm-up at least, if I can warm up and maybe get my mouthpiece just to be safe. But I think that's just such a weird question to ask someone. Like literally, like, do you want to fight? I think I can take you. And I just laugh. I just laugh it off because I only fight for money.
Most of the time they ask me like, so you're in the UFC? I'm like, yeah. So they always say like, oh, so you don't do MMA, you do UFC. That or this crazy myth where everybody thinks that our hands are registered as like deadly weapons, and we have like a deadly weapon license in our back pocket, so you can whoop anybody's ass in here, right? Those are like the ones that always come up as far as me.
Women do that? That's a big one. Like, women fight? Yeah, we fight. We have 2 arms and 2 legs, and we do what we want to. You know, I do what I want to do. So I never thought of myself as different, but I get that a lot. Women fight? Yeah, women fight.
You know who Hoist Gracie is? That's one that I don't know why I hear that one so many times. Man. People always ask me about Hoist Gracie. Do I take protein shakes? How much do you bench, bro? Oh, you're my favorite fighter of all time, man. I love you. You fight 185, right? You fought Anderson Silva before, right? Like, no, man. I fight 155. You know.
Earlier, I got asked, "What's it feel like to get beat up?" That's a stupid question. But usually before fights, I hate people ask me, my biggest pet peeve is, are you ready? Because that implies either one, you didn't take the fight serious, that I'm not a professional, I wouldn't be ready, or that they don't believe that I have the skill set to be matched up with somebody. That's how I take it. And I know they don't mean it that way, but are you ready? Like, this is my job, why wouldn't I be ready? You asked me that 2 days before a fight. Or how do you feel? Like, it's none of your business how I feel, you know? I feel like crap. I'm cutting 20 pounds, and I have to talk to you right now. I don't feel good, so leave me alone. Don't ask me how I feel. That's a pretty stupid question. What's next? You're like, I just fought. You're like, you know, just leave me alone for a little bit. You know, let me finally relax.
Oh, aren't you afraid to hurt that pretty face? Dude, I had some weirdo at the airport yesterday, and I was just trying to get a coffee, and he was like, oh, can I show you a magic trick? Because the UFC was picking me up from the airport, and they were holding up a sign, and it said, UFC Felice Harrigan. I was like, oh, gosh. And this guy came up to me in the coffee line, and he's like, oh, I need your opinion. Can I show you 2 magic tricks? I'm like, I want to see your stupid magic tricks. And then he was like, oh, aren't you afraid to get hurt? Oh, what's the shelf life of your career? I'm like, I don't know.
How do I follow that? Okay. When are you gonna fight Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, that's.
When are you gonna fight Gina Carano?
Cyborg, that one too.
Yeah, Cyborg.
Do you fight dudes?
Yeah.
Do you ever get hurt? You wear like gear, right?
Could you beat me up? Could you beat me up?
Oh, that's the worst. Oh, will you put me in a chokehold right now? I don't know if that's more like perverted or. Oh yeah, always the triangle choke.
You fight? You don't look like a fighter. Yeah, I fight. I do it professionally. Really? Professionally? Like, is it like karate? I'm like, no, it's not karate. Again, back to the awkward thing. Every time I tell somebody I'm a fighter and they don't know who I am, things get awkward. They're like, are you sure? Like, do you do this for a living? You can make a living off of this? Yeah, I do a really good job, actually. I make a great living off of it.
Everyone tells you they're going to come train with you, and they're usually drunk when they tell you that, and then they never end up coming in. I've had a couple friends who ended up coming in and actually becoming professional fighters, and it's still funny stories that we talk about to this day because they're a rare breed, those that actually say that they're going to come in and end up following through.
Do you fight Anderson Silva?
People think like there's something wrong with you because you're a fighter, like your parents don't love you, or like there's this deep insecure issue of why you're a fighter. And it's like, no, I'm competitive. I like to fight, and it's hard for some people to kind of conceptualize that.
When are you gonna go pro? Are you pro? Are you Are you gonna go to the NBA, or what are you gonna do? Like, is that like you make money doing that, or is this just like something you do for fun? You know, I hate that. That's why, you know, I be low key all the time. I keep it low key, and I try to keep the best out of talking to people like that. So it's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life.
You're too pretty to be a fighter. Or, you know, you don't look like a fighter. I'm like, well, what does a fighter look like? I don't know. But I guess that's a compliment.
Before I got signed to the UFC, or even now, still doesn't matter. But when I tell them I train and I fight, oh, so you train UFC? Or how fast do you think you can beat me in a fight? You know, and especially what I hate the most is like right after a fight, like the day after, oh, when do you think your next fight is gonna be? And it's like, bro, I don't know. Come on. I'm like, I just got done. Let me get a week to heal before I start thinking about it. You know what I mean?